Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, Hassanin Isfalai, and welcome to this Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Last episode, we finished dealing with Winter Sun, saving it from the illusion cast upon it. It's not exactly pleasant for them, but at least they are okay. Now, it's time for us to finish looking through the environs. That's an ancient blighted quickwood. And it is dead. Oh yeah, I am going to love this blessing so much. Let's get on taking care of any foes we can while we still have this blessing.
Strike. It's either us or them.
And dead. Oh yeah, I am going to use this blessing as much as possible.
I do what I must.
That's a dead one. Oh, hi. Sarkorian outcasts. Oh, there's a lot here. And they're all dead. Yeah, that was incredible. Let's see. Yeah, I can take everything. What do we got?
What a
Oh!
discovery!
Oh, hello.
I finished here.
Alright, there's a
there
bit
more?
of loot.
A success.
The power of the forest is in 100 trees, of the sea in 100 rivers, Sarkoris in 100 clans. Okay. Fair enough.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Studded armor of Trinity, eh? What could that do, I wonder? +3 studded leather grants the user DR3. I mean, it's not a bad thing. Max dex of 5. You've got a max dex of 6. Okay.
I'm gone.
Maybe there's someone who will be able to use it. Okay, that's the end of the path there. Got a path down here. Oh. Oh dear. That bear looks very plagued. Well, let's head in.
No time for debate.
Ferocious Smilodon.
Hand.
Got him. Some loot there. Couple young deer.
We do it my way.
Some more loot. Another ferocious Smilodon.
Mind over muscle.
And some swords. Oh, they're dealt with. And that one seems to be, like, sick. Yeah, there's a couple sick ones here. And another standing stone up there to investigate.
Follow if you dare.
And a cave. Let's start with the standing stone.
It went splendid.
Honor the old, guard the young, and stand with those whose prime has come. Alright, let's take a look in here. More Smilodons that seem sick.
I'm off.
Roan's letter. The letter has been carefully kept in an oiled leather bag, but the years have not been kind to it. The paper is so fragile that it is almost crumbling in your hands. To Soana the Seer. Mother, this is my last letter. I hope the Raven delivered it safely. The decision has been made. We are leaving for the south, for Gundrun, further away from the Worldwound. I beg you, come with us. You turned down my last request, and I don't know this person you have become. Where did this pride come from? Before you were wise and fair. Can it be that the spirits of the Abyss have reached the good spirits of our forest and twisted your mind as well? I don't care what happens to this place. I only want you to live, Mother. I was told you crafted yourself a special amulet to subdue spirits. Does that mean you want to bind a spirit from the Abyss by imprisoning it in the body of an animal? You know your powers are not what they were. You won't manage it alone. Even if you do, nothing good will come of this abominable ritual. Please, come with us. Your children and grandchildren need you. The wild animals in this deranged forest do not. We will wait for you at the pass until the 10th day of the month. Your loving daughter, Roan.
I do what I must. I sense something.
More loot. Something buried? A buried chest. Okay, then.
I finished here. Is there more?
Veteran marksman's bracers. Hang on. Lands a hit with a ranged weapon on an enemy who is prone, stunned, or staggered. They must pass a fortitude saving throw, or its current location is prolonged for a round. Not the most important.
I'm gone.
But it is something. Ah. An old dwarf woman, so ancient that she looks like she's been carved from a piece of gnarled driftwood, stands in the middle of the cave. The only decoration visible among her filthy rags is a clay medallion in the shape of a complicated knot. Without a word, she touches a Smilodon in front of her. The tremors slowly leave the animal's body and its eyes clear. The Smilodon inclines its head as if in thanks and leaves the cave. The old woman raises her head, noticing you, but her gaze never settles on anything for long. You're here. The hunter going from body to body has reached this place, but Orso the Great Bear will not leave you in peace. He will make you pay for every animal. Leave! You reek of blood. But you... The old woman points a withered finger at Ulbrig. You are different from the rest. You smell of ancient dust, and the wild grasses of old Sarkoris. In those days, the air was perfumed with their sweetness. How did you bring that scent here with you through 100 years of blood and flame? 'Tis a long story, Shaman Mother. Ulbrig lowers his head in deference. It feels like only yesterday I was at home with my clan, and now I'm being told 100 years have passed and everything that was dear to me is now dead. How can it be? I can't get my head around it. Strange things are happening on the cursed and corrupted land that was once our home. Strange things beyond our understanding. But I'm pleased to smell the sweet fragrance of the past among all that bloody stench the outsiders bring with them. Her eyes, full of disapproval, again settle on you. Ivu puffs up, offended. We don't reek of anything. For your information, old granny, I always clean my claws and maw after a fight. All clever and well-mannered dragons do that. Good on you, Ivu. Soana? The old woman shudders, her gaze looking through you into the distance. Soana? Yes. Yes, in Sarkoris they called her Soana the Wise, Soana the Seer. They brought her gifts, brought her counsel. What would you ask her if you met her? Soana the Seer? Oh, I've heard so much about you and your wise ways. I am Ulbrig Olesk. It's a pity I didn't get the chance to seek your advice in the old days. Maybe it could have kept me from coming to grief. The ghost of Ulbrig Olesk. No, it's you in the flesh, alive. Wonders upon wonders. That was a dark riddle of a tale. No one ever uncovered the truth of what became of you. I doubt my counsel would be of any use, in those days or now. Why didn't you go with your daughter? Soana the Seer running to Gundrun with her tail between her legs. No, I could not leave. Let others hide behind the walls of their cities. This forest is my life, my chapel. Even if I could have made it through the wound and gone south. No, out of the question. How could I look my children in the eye? Their foolish mother who tried to fight the world wound alone and lost. No, that will never happen. Tell me about this forest. Our forest in its glory days was a sight to behold. Crowds would come from the cities and villages for the Sun Festival to watch the shamans perform the rites in the Meadow of the Spirits. We would sing and the forest would answer us, its voices blending with the voices of hundreds of people, and peace reigned over all. And when night fell, the mead flowed like a river, and young men and women jumped over the bonfire. Lucky was the one who caught sight of the great Orso, silently cutting his path through the forest. The first summer flowers would spring up wherever he stepped. Corvin laid a wreath of those flowers on my head, and I became his wife. I washed my children in the holy spring in the Meadow of the Spirits, and they grew up healthy and strong. This forest was my land. The great Orso came at my call. Where is it all now? Where? Where is it all? Ulbrich echoes the old woman, his eyes staring feverishly into the distance, as though her words have conjured up a vision of his former life. She tells pretty stories. I like the part about the mead flowing like a river. I guess she was exaggerating a little, but even a little barrel of mead is very nice indeed. Ivu, you drink mead. Tell me about Sarkoris. The old woman's lips set in a hard line and she stands taller. Now you glimpse the proud shaman she used to be. I don't want to talk about Sarkoris. Its rulers were fools. I told them we needed to wipe out those mages, wipe them out without mercy, but they didn't listen to me. I told them that the city walls had cut them off from the spirits. They didn't listen to me. Sarkoris fell, as it must. It was infested with mages seeking knowledge in dark places. But how glorious it was, how mighty. Can it really all be gone? Can it be true that the dying light in Pelura's chapel, beautiful as a star-strewn sky, fell? Can it be that Iz, birthplace of vaunted blacksmiths, is lost forever, and rich Undarin on its fleet river? The cities of Sarkoris were swallowed by the world wound. And Gundrun. No, I don't want to know about Gundrun. No. The old woman's lips quiver. She covers her mouth with her hand and turns away. What did you do to the Smilodon? A sickened spirit. A sorrowful spirit had settled in the Smilodon. But why does a blood-soaked hunter need to know that? Does the hunter look them in the eye when she kills them? Does she understand their fear? They come to us and we give them comfort, but a hunter can give nothing but death. Go away. Do you know where to find the great giant bear's lair? The old woman gives a deranged chuckle. The hunter asks where to find Brother Bear's home. Everywhere. It is everywhere. He is master of this forest. Great Orso, we call him. Now it is Orso the Terrible. But while the soul of the forest lives, there is still hope. Hope of what? No, we must not say. The master of the forest protects us. We do it all ourselves. We do not need anyone. Begone, bloody hunter, begone! How have you and the forest managed to survive in the midst of the world wound? The master of the forest protects his domain. Master of the forest, Orso the Terrible, is our guardian. So it has always been and always will be. I'll leave you in peace. We'll probably know more of her very soon. Let's walk out. For now, anyway. There we go.
We do it my way.
I guess we leave her be. Oh, hello. There's the bear.
This will be
Well, attack. Huh. Unable to withstand the blow, Orso drops to the ground. He is still alive, but his strength is dwindling. Noticing your continued proximity, he bares his teeth and snarls as if he's trying to say something. Look the bear in the eye. The bear's small eyes convey malice, but also weariness, like you're seeing a defeated opponent before you and not a wild animal. There's a spark of intelligence in that gaze, not just hate, but also pain? The bear looks at his scarred and parasite-ridden body. One particular spot draws the eye, a brand marked with an intricate design, the same one as on the shaman's medallion. Examine the body. The bear's fur is matted and infested with parasites, and numerous scars cover the bear's body. One particular spot draws your eye, a brand marked with an intricate design, the same one as on the shaman's medallion. What did Soana do to you? Upon hearing the name, the bear freezes, then raises his head and unleashes a long, drawn-out howl, full of yearning and pain. Show mercy to the bear. Orso seems to understand the look in your eyes. He stops growling, closes his eyes, and breathes heavily. Okay, yeah, Shaman has done some bad things to this bear. This protector of the forest. Oh, Soana, we need to talk. I really do believe we need to talk about what exactly you were doing here. The old woman gives you a hostile look. Her face holds no trace of her former madness. You're back. I sense the pain of the Abyss spirit that is linked to Orso and its weakness. If it dies, the foul poison of the corpse will seep into the tree roots, creatures from the other side will come, and nothing will be left but a toxic wasteland. But you don't care about my forest, so why is Orso still alive? I think we can still save him. It's an Abyss spirit in the body of a bear. You pity that unholy creature. Then why not also pity all the other creatures that are destroying everything you hold dear? What makes this spirit different to them? For centuries, I have watched mortals be drawn into the same game with demons and lose every single time. But you are truly wise, old shaman. How could you have done something so foolish? Surely you're wise enough to understand that there is no such thing as a deal with the Abyss where the mortal does not lose. Have you mortals no sense at all?
The wise woman must have gone gaga in her old age. Bad enough that Orglin's torched everything in this place. She had to go and summon an Orglin herself.
I saw a mark left by your medallion on the bear's pelt. The old woman crosses her arms over her chest. Yes, Orso the Terrible is my creation. I used this medallion to control an evil spirit of the Abyss after linking it to the sacred bear, and I forced the spirit to serve good by linking our lives together. What happened to Orso the Great Spirit? The old woman clenches her fists. It has lived for centuries in a bear's body, ancient as the forest itself. It ensured that the trees grew tall and the flowers bloomed. It ensured the deer had grass to eat and the Smilodons enough deer meat. But the natural order has been broken. I had to do something, and I did it. The kind Orso that was known in Sarkoris is gone forever, but the guardian of the forest remains. Oh. So, it's corrupted. I can go and finish him off. What will happen then? The old woman shrugs. I will mourn Orso, but life must continue. That is the law of things. This place is full of spirits of the Abyss. They fly around aimlessly, driving the forest spirits mad. I will set them to work to replace our protector, and I will bind as many abyssal creatures as my strength can manage. Land shakes his head. I once heard a story about a small tribe of mongrels besieged by some monsters that came from the bowels of the earth. The creatures trapped the people in their village. They couldn't hunt, and they slowly died of starvation. It wasn't long before the people started eating their dead. Then, when it was all over, the creatures left. Our scouts found the village, and they found the chief. He was the only survivor. He was wandering around the settlement, muttering under his breath and attacking anything he saw. He stood guard over the bones of his tribesmen and women, the people he had killed and eaten. His mind was gone, and the scouts were forced to kill him. This old woman reminds me of that chief. She's also lost her mind, watching over the bones of the dead.
Maybe you were wise before, but I see Orglins have shaken the last scraps of sense out of you. It's true what they say. If you fall in with Fae, rue the day.
Do spirits of the abyss wreak as much evil as demons do? Ah, yes, they are just as evil. The spirits of the abyss are abominations. The forest spirits fear them to the point of madness. They seek refuge from their madness by possessing wild animals. You saw what that looks like. You saw how I separate them. But in every moment of suffering there is hope. By separating them, I learned how to bind them. You need to free him. The old woman gives you a scathing look. You can kill me, a weak old woman, but I won't give in. I serve the forest spirits. I don't serve you. I'm sorry about your forest, but a connection with a spirit from the abyss can only lead to evil. You must die. The old woman crosses her arms over her chest. I'd rather die right now than see my forest slowly die in agony. The shaman is so old that she cannot put up a fight. Instead, she tightly squeezes her medallion, which cracks in her withered fist.
You should have run.
Well, after what she's done... It unfortunately broke, but hopefully this will be enough to free Orso. Not much else that can be done. Oh. There's the bear. Oh. The shaman paid a heavy price to ensure that her forest continued to grow in the midst of the whirlwind. The commander judged the matter as she thought was fair, but can fairness even exist in a place where the abyss reigns supreme? Oh boy. Well, the shaman is dealt with. That seems to be everything in this area. There's not much left to this place. I think we can finish this off. Yeah, there's only this little bit up here. So we can do a little bit more fighting in order to clear this out. Fortunately, it's not too far to run up there. We still have a lot of time for Sarenrae's blessing here. Alright. Let me drop a save. Alright, up here we go.
A test of
A
my
blighted
abilities.
treant.
Rose, I call upon you.
Get it dead. And the blighted treants are dead. Something up at the top here. An insane half-elf. A huge tree entirely turned to stone. Its surface reveals ancient runes written in an unknown language. Mix together calamus and sedge, wait 5 years, 5 moons, and 5 days, until the serpent ascends the staircase. Have patience, and you will at last behold as the fish soars into the clouds. The half-elf is still relatively young, but the hardships she has borne have turned her into a crone. Her long hair is gray and tangled, her face is sunken, and her teeth are rotting in her mouth. She hobbles around the petrified tree, trailing her broken fingernails over the carved runes, and mumbling nonsense under her breath. Who are you? Dragging her gaze away from the runes, she looks at you, and you see a barely there spark of sanity in her glazed eyes. Who am I? I'm... I don't remember. Doesn't matter. She focuses again on the pattern of the stone runes. On the 10th day after the winter solstice, break branches of rowan, do not touch yew or ash. Let me take you somewhere safe. This is my place, here, where the roads rise up to the sky, the roots intertwine with the winds of the heavens. Here, where truth is turned to stone, life is merged with death. Here, here. Paying you no mind, the half-elf continues mumbling disjointed phrases and running her fingers over the petrified bark. Oak does not lie, elm never tells the truth. Heed not the blackthorn's words, understanding the yew will come with time. Okay, she's a little crazy. Moving on. Alright, we've got some baobabs. And a treant as well. Ancient Blighted Treant. And the Ancient Blighted Treant is dead. Baobab's just had a bunch of long spears. Another standing stone.
A success worthy of
Wisdom
praise.
cannot be etched in stone. It can only be carried in the heart. Okay. Some loot here. Padded armor of refined maneuver. Okay. Stranger. I am the answer, but what is the question? And that appears to be everything. Would this padded armor be good for you? Max Dex 8. Plus 5 competence bonus on mobility checks, a plus 3 to CMD, and a plus 3 to CMD. Which aren't the most important. That is actually a slight benefit. In fact, it is 100% a benefit. Yeah, you can wear that perfectly fine. Go for it. So it's said to read all of the standing stones and then go to the heart of the forest. Is this the heart of the forest? Wait, Ivu is tainted sap? Okay, maybe not. You can actually get rid of this.
Magritio, Turinos. Let me help.
Constitution damage restored. A couple of those. And we can head out of here, because that is basically everything. There's an exit over here that we can take. And with that, I am going to end this episode here. Next episode, I believe we need to head all the way back to Dresden. Because we got loot to sell, quests to turn in, and all of that to take care of. That should go well. But that'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I am Chestic44. I'll say name is Falai. That is me, Ulbrig, Social, Arushale, Lan, and Nenio. This has been a Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. And I shall see you all next time.